Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Storm and today I'm playing Sword Art Online Integral Factor. If you enjoyed what you see, please subscribe. Helps out a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you want to see the previous episodes, go check them out in the description down below, and same with my Discord if you want to join that. Last episode, what we did was, well, we infiltrated not the Castle of the Forest Elves, but the Castle of the Dark Elves. And that was apparently according to her plans, so we could talk to the queen. I don't know. I'm not good at these summary kind of stuff. If you want to know what happened, just go find out yourself by checking out the previous episodes. Anyways, so what we do have to do is sorry, I'm just pairing my headphones. I should have done that before recording. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, so what we need to do is we need to talk to Sinon. We also have like the side quests we need to do. I mean, it's not like absolutely we need to do it now, but I mean, I guess getting some work done on it would be good. That is the wrong guy. Okay. Yeah, because we need to kill like a whole bunch of dudes. It's crazy. I mean, we can get some work done on it. Well, I'm not going to spend too long on this. The side quests aren't that important, right? But, I should do something. That hurt. Okay, there is some healing. Alright, that's all the work I'll do for that. We got a few, I guess, but not close to being done the quest. We might be able to get more done in the labyrinth. Like, the enemies might also be there, so we could get some progress done there while still advancing in the game. I don't know. But for now, I guess let's just talk to Sinon and be done with this. The game's just taking a bit to load. There we go. You ready? You bet I am. Sure. Yeah, I'm ready, I think. Maybe. Potentially. Sorta. Alright. Right back to the Dark Elves castle. Forest Elves can't go in with us, though. Of course, I will await and tend to my wounds. If you can recruit any swordsmen, then bring them to the gate of Liusula in the south of the Snowflake Forest. Ah yes, the gate across the path to the Golden Forest. Exactly, I'm counting on you. Okay, so Storm, let's go. We need to hurry back to the castle. And Sinon, don't forget about Sinon. Where do we have to go? This way. Go all the way to the gate. So we need to go here. I was pointing at where, but I realized you can't see my finger. So, oh wait, yeah, you can see the dots though. So we need to go there, like up there, and then I think afterwards we need to go down here. Okay. How's it going? What business do humans have here in Liusula Castle? Show the entry permit. Ah, Her Majesty's courier. You may enter. Whoa, that was like night and day. Maybe he forgot to turn us away before, or maybe the guard has changed shifts. Well, there's no name displayed. Guess he's a nameless NPC to just help the quest progress. That means he'll be defending the castle while the Forest Elves attack. I don't want to think about how many lives will go to waste if we can't stop the war from happening. We will stop the war Sure, yeah, let's do it. The elves aren't just ones and zeros to you guys anymore, are they? Well, I can't feel the same way. I mean, to me, they're ones and zeros. To, like, real life me. But I guess in-game me is different. Thank you, I understand. It's the name I can't pronounce right. At least I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. Maybe by some miracle, she is called Idrendis. I don't know how else you would pronounce it. Gizmel, it seems these three have need of your strength. It pains me to leave your side, your majesty. Worry not, I am protected by the castle's walls. You and your sword are needed elsewhere. We can help you in your fight. Understood, Storm. I will accompany you. We're getting the whole gang together. Sounds like she's on board. Is she really that strong? Of course, she's fought at our side since the 3rd floor. Ah, so that's why you trust her so much. If Gizmel were attacked by another player, could you protect her? I highly doubt there'd ever be a situation where an NPC would be PK'd. At least, I hope that would never happen. When we met Gizmel, she was being attacked by forest elves, which we had to choose which side to save. And so we defeated the forest elf. And since then, we've clashed with the forest elves quite a few times, and then to them, we're the enemy. It's only natural that Cal would be so cold to us. But that's just a game event. The enemies we have to beat aren't real people, so they're no different from the monsters created by SAO's system. Yes, rationally, but we've chatted, fought with, and journeyed with these NPCs as our allies. We can't think of them as just meaningless data anymore. We're alive in this world, and so are they. If Gizmel were ever attacked by a player, I would fight that person without hesitation, even if you had to kill them to save her. Well, I would love to PK someone, okay? That would be amazing. Please give me the opportunity to do so. Well, I wouldn't want something like that to happen. I do. Yeah. Sorry, it was cruel of me to badger you with those questions. I'm going to go get some air. I wonder what came over Sinon. My apologies for keeping you. Where's Sinon? I think she's just resting a bit. I'll go get her. Time to go already? Sure, I can leave whenever. Is everything alright? I'm fine. If you have time to worry about me, how about you worry about Koharu? I think she's becoming overly attached to this world. The Renderverse point is the gate south of the Snowflake Forest, right? That is where we have to go. So where do we have to, oh yeah, we have to go all the way down there. Here we go. I guess we can kill some guys on the way. I won't get held up too much. The flower just absolutely ate my hit. Like, what the heck? Okay, well, kill that one, then we can move on. So we still only got 17. Unfortunate. Well, not a big deal though. I don't really care. Yeah, let's kill that one. There's the flowers as well to deal with. Okay. We'll take out the moth and both of these flowers. Honestly, the gathering resources quests are kind of annoying. I'm gonna be honest, because the ones where you just have to defeat an enemy, you have a set amount you need to beat. So it's not like a big deal. But like other quests that require you to get a resource that only sometimes drops from an enemy, you'll either be there for like 10 minutes or 30 minutes, depending on how lucky you are. Which is kind of annoying. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just a bit of an annoyance, you know? Okay. I should put some defense up. Okay. There's a moth here we can take out, because why not? Alright. Let's take out a bunch of these guys all at once, hopefully. As a lot of them survived. Am I poisoned? I just took a whole bunch of damage. That was not great. Okay. We'll take out this flower and then we'll call it a day. So, we made pretty good progress on the one quest. Didn't make a lot of progress on the other, but... Okay. Ah, there you are. And with the Lucilan Knight in tow. What magic did you use to convince her to come? My name is Kismo. I will aid you in your hopes of a future that heralds peace. Wendelin has told me about you. You really ran circles around us with the help of these humans. But let us forget past quarrels. This is our last chance. A carriage bearing prisoners will pass by this point soon. Why would they pass through here? It's Lyusalan territory. That is exactly why. If it were our home turf, we would know to lay the lay of the land, and it would be easier for us to form a plan. However, they theorized that by coming through Lyusala, we would not be able to react quick enough. I see. If the Caliso forces were to act rashly near the border, we would have to dispatch our troops as well. But in truth, I am the only one able to move freely. Damn that Chancellor. He's too prudent for his own good. So apart from stopping the carriage and grabbing the target, does this plan have any more specific details? It's not the most creative strategy, but I have laid a trap to stop the horse. Well, that's better than nothing. Then you will distract the envoys who are guarding the carriages while I sneak to free those inside. There are 3 carriages. The one in the middle has the prisoners. The other carry the Chancellor's troops. They are the ones I told you about earlier. Good people forced to follow the Chancellor's orders through blackmail. Yeah, I'd prefer to avoid harming them if possible. We will do our best to not cause any fatalities to the Caliso soldiers. They may prove a useful ally against the Fallen once the king returns to them. Exactly. The Fallen were only invited in to help revive our magic and past glory. But it is not the action of a sane person to ally with those who have been cursed by the sacred tree. The Chancellor knows this. Once he obtains the cathedral, he most likely intends to state that the king was tricked by the Fallen. Then once he's driven the king and the Fallen out, I believe he wishes to take the throne. Such tyranny. I cannot believe those in Caliso would have overlooked something like this. The problem lies with the acolytes. They seek the power of the sacred tree and to augment their own strength. Though they may be weak, the Chancellor has ties to the throne. He'll resort to any measure to regain the sacred tree's favor. And after the continued theft of the keys by Lyusala, our own suspicion towards the king grew through, though I hate to admit it. The Fallen Elves used this to get close to the Chancellor, to our own people.
The Fallen cannot be controlled. They will stop at nothing until we are dead. You were indeed foolish. Yes, and we'll pay them back in kind for that. Believe me. They're here. I'll need time to free Wendelin and the others. Please hold on as long as you can. We'll do our best. Keep up that attitude, but don't stiffen up too much. We'll succeed, I'm sure of it. I can hear them too. Wheels and the sound of hooves. They'll be here before long. First, we'll need to deal with the guards around the carriage. Right, now. Am I not gonna get to actually fight? Something's wrong with the horses. It's a trap. Don't let the prisoners escape. Yield. Okay, we will get to fight. I await the day when the elves are actually a tough battle. That's what I wait for. I like how I said I wouldn't harm them, and now I'm here just harming them. Don't worry about it. Alright, we'll take out this forest elf. I do wish they were stronger. It would be kind of nice, you know, have a little bit of a challenge with them. Anyway, Storm, the soldiers are coming out the rear carriage. They're not forest elves. Kaisala. Oh, it's her. Do you think you'd choose such an obvious yet sincere method? I think I'm rather fond of you lot. Return the gate key. Straight to business, eh? So you don't have anything else to say? Not that I'm in the mood to talk either. I'm glad we're on the same page. This ends today. Storm, let's help Kismel. So you're this Storm I've been hearing about. The one who defeated Kaisala. You don't seem all that strong to me. Newcomer. Lord... why are the names so complicated? Lord... Nultza... Or is... Wait, is that... That might be a capital I. Okay. The thing I don't like about capital I's not having the line at the top and the bottom is, like, in situations like that, is it a... I don't really know if it's L or an I. It might be an I. No, Nilza. Lord Nilza. The forest elves' head are unsettled. They're not following orders. Do not forget who the enemy is. For our king, let us free our land of this disease. Cal's trying to rally the other soldiers. We might have a chance at a victory. They were only disposable pawns to begin with. It matters not if they attempt to revolt. But my curiosity is piqued. Let me see how much of a warrior you are, Storm. Can this be an actually tough battle? Please, please, please. I really want this to be a tough battle. Like, be like a mini boss. Why am I so zoomed in? There we go. It wasn't even my attack that killed him. It was Koharu's attack. Seriously? I see. If taken by surprise, I may shoulder a few wounds, but your strength is no greater than that. He's so strong. No, he's not. I feel like our attacks are doing something, but at this rate, we'll be fine. You took him out. You are the one that took him out in one strike. It was not even me. It was Koharu's single strike. The two of us are enough. What do you mean we're not enough? We are enough. Yeah, the two of us aren't. No, we are. Did you forget about me? Get on the ground, guys. A smoke bomb? Special delivery from Merja. They're two Sinons? Don't be stupid. Anyone who inhaled the smoke will see me instead of anyone else. Retreat! Take the injured and fall back. There's too many Sanons. I'm glad to see you two are safe. Let us return to the castle. That voice, is that you, Kismo? Your leg is badly injured. We need to fix you up quickly. It's not inhibiting me from running. Now let's go. Alright, fill me in later, Storm Kahara, follow me. Very well follow you, I guess. What a childish prank, as to be expected of Liusala. An unsatisfyingly distraction. But such is the way of the world. The curse on my blood will be lifted here. We could have taken him out. He was not too strong. Kismel, to think I would be saved by you. I seem to be blundering at every turn. If you have the strength to talk, do you have the strength to come to Moongleam Castle and fetch your king's antidote? You are injured too, so are you saying this is an open invitation to your castle? No one with a sword, not one with a sword held to my back? We'll need to make it look as if we have captured you, but rest assured that is not the case. Some of your subordinates are seriously wounded. We must tend to them. Gwendolyn, should you give the order to fight, I am ready at a moment's notice. You do not honestly think I would do such a thing. Do not test me. He sounds serious, though. I think it's the unique way of showing he cares for Gwendolyn. It was too awkward to be serious. I was used by the Fallen as bait for you. It makes no difference. Should I be embarrassed further, I won't complain. I understand. Understood. An envoy should be along to escort you shortly. Please stay where you are until then. Storm, I've managed to secure a carriage thanks to Merja. Will you ride it back to the castle? Sure, I'll ride. You'll be with the injured, so though it won't be a ride of luxury, it will get you there quickly. Well, that went well. I can't bring Her Majesty's courier past as a prisoner, so please make the rest of the way yourself. I'll be waiting inside the castle. Got it. So we did that quest. Cool. I guess we'll just go in. But we definitely could have killed him out. Or killed him out. That perfect English. We definitely could have killed him. And been done with him. He was not too strong. Courier, glad to see you're back from your mission. Please enter. Will do. Ah, you're here. We've just finished treating Gwendolyn. You should be present for this conversation. I will indeed be present. This is the antidote, although it will dispel the poison. Whether the king recovers is up to his body. That's all we could ask for. Our king is a strong man. He should recover soon enough. However, it's strange that he would have taken the Fallen's poison so easily. Even if the Chancellor had been communicating with them, I doubt the king would have allowed them close enough. Perhaps the king of Caliso had resigned himself to taking the poison of his own accord? What do you mean? Do you know something that I do not? Well, very well, I can tell them. About why I don't like these names. Why Nilza was so easily able to enter Caliso, and why he hates the elves so much. Should we leave? No, you may stay. Now, let me tell you a story of how a nameless child came to become a vengeful monster. Long, long ago, even before the Great Separation, a prince of Caliso and a princess of Liusala met in neutral ground. Since the creation of the world, the two elf tribes have been in conflict.
Even then, they couldn't see eye to eye. These two, however, spoke to one another, came to realize the other's beauty, and eventually fell in love. The princess was the old queen, my sister, Calathileth, and the prince was our king. After spending many seasons together, the princess became pregnant. However, this child was hidden from society. He is now known as Nilza. So wait, the leader of the Fallen Elves is related to the Elven royal bloodline? And not only that, he's the son of both the Forest Elf and the Dark Elf. Talk about a crazy position to be in. The young couple was so full of hope, they believed that the child could act as a bridge between the two peoples and foster peace. I was young then, but even now, I still remember a Calathileth's gleaming smile. However, the world is a harsh place. The royal families of both kingdoms rejected Nilza. The child harbored an overwhelming magical power, and the two peoples intended to use the child to make a sacred tree their own. That's not great. And so, proclaiming the child to have become cursed, a fallen one, they confined the poor baby in a dungeon. This is quite a nasty story. I did not know about Nilza's bloodline. Maybe that's how you say it. Nilza, yeah. I did not know about Nilza's bloodline, but the legend of those cursed by the sacred tree is known in Calaso too. The legend of a wicked Laisalin witch who tricked, then killed a young noble woman of Calaso and her unwanted baby. Our tale tells instead of a demon child and a pure maiden who was tricked by an evil sorcerer from Calaso. But in truth, the two were innocent lovers. That is what those who know the truth have passed down. I can't help but feel like I've heard this story before. But without the bit about the child. Where did I hear it? I don't... On the fourth floor? What about the fourth floor? Maybe if I click that option, they'll tell me. Oh, that's right. Kismel told us. A forest elf prince fell in love with a dark elf princess. Unwilling to choose a side during the war, they double off themselves. I did not remember that. Well, there's a continuation that I did not know of. In this tragic tale of two star-crossed elven lovers, after their deaths, they left behind an orphan child. However, their deaths were not sensual. They were presumed pressured by their families who believed them to have become corrupted. And the child who was left behind with no parents believed his very existence to be cursed and grew to despise all of elfkind. Even worse, he was blessed with unfathomably strong magic, a level of magical prowess that would go down in history. He came to be known as the First Fallen. After trying to make the sacred tree his own, he was punished and cursed. All food he touched turned to ash, water felt like fire in his throat, death surrounded him, but he himself could not die. Finally, the First Fallen was wiped from history. His name from before then was forgotten. This is all just a fictitious tale passed down among the acolytes, but it made me remember the existence of Nilza. Why did that poor child, imprisoned as a baby, turn into the Nilza that we now know? From the way you put it, he was born a fallen elf, wasn't he? Indeed, after that, it was a sage of Laosala who proposed Nilza's imprisonment.
He was an unexpected prince. Hiding him away was meant to be a measure to protect him from those who wanted to kill him. To the acolytes of both Laisael and Caliso, his noble blood made his existence dangerous and impermissible. Their their condition for saving his life was imprisoning him and telling the world that the prince and princess never had a child. The sage planned to release Nilsa once the prince and princess were enthroned and then use him to propose peace. Why didn't that happen? Well, Nilsa was forced to remain imprisoned with no idea as to who he was or why he was there. He was given an education, but no love and certainly no answers to his questions about the truth. Even I heard that Nilsa had died. I believe Calathileth's periods of grief were due to his death. Then one day, Nilsa fell into the hands of the first Fallen, who managed to break him out of his long imprisonment. As to what really transpired that day, only Nilsa can say. The Fallen lit a fire of ambition in him, telling the poor, lonely boy that he was the true king of both peoples. As time passed, Nilsa grew older and his magic grew stronger until he finally appeared before us. Acting as Dark Elf before Lausula and Forest Elf before Caliso, he garnered popularity from the people. Using this, he began to spread distrust between both sides, telling each they were the stronger group, and that they should ignore the sacred tree's laws and use their strength to conquer the land. They began to dream of attaining the sacred tree's power for themselves to become immortal and omnipotent. And so, with Nilsa, the Fallen Elves attempted to claim the two sacred trees as for their own. However, the retribution for attempting to do so was swift. Their skin was stained with a hideous darkness. It became unbearably painful for them to be anywhere near the sacred, anywhere where the sacred tree's power could reach. This is the reason why they are as of yet unable to penetrate the palace of Caliso. Possessing the power of the sacred tree, the spirit trees are also able to cause anguish and pain to the Fallen Elves. So knowing their weakness, the Forest Elves Chancellor made light of the Fallen and fell prey to his own personal ambitions. Yeah, Kaisala was saying something similar on the lower floors. Caliso wants the sacred tree's magical power, and the Fallen want its favor. Yes, they allied it to achieve their respective aims. Yes, it was their twisted logic. However, as long as the secret tree still stands, they won't be freed from the curse. Yes, exactly, which is why their plan now is to eradicate the sacred tree itself. The Queen I suck at pronouncing these names. Calathileth gave up her very life to prevent their plan from succeeding. The former prince, now king of Caliso, monopolized his troops to subjugate the Fallen Elves, which led to them being exiled to the wasteland, trapped within blizzards and storm clouds. The first Fallen, who indoctrinated Nilsa, was driven deep into a dark labyrinth dungeon. Both Laisala and Caliso tried to seal away this horrible event from the past, but the seed of ambition that Nilsa had sowed had taken root. He had riled up discord among all the tribes and spread distrust among the 9 kingdoms of the humans, leading to a great war.
Yes, what happened next is known in Caliso 2. To prevent extinction, the Tree Maiden caused Ironcrad to break away in the Great Separation. Separated into 100 floors, war was quelled. However, magic was lost to the people without the Sacred Tree's grace. The first Fallen's dungeon was taken in by the Celestial Tower, and he was bound to it as a guardian beast. He can no longer influence this world, and I don't know how, but Nilza appeared before us once again. And then he pitted Laisla and Caliso against each other in order to seize the cathedral, right? The source of Laisla and Caliso's sacred trees, life force, is protected inside the cathedral. Remember, it was the sacred tree's power that caused Ironcrad to separate and rise into the sky. The sacred tree keeps Ironcrad afloat? Exactly. Caliso seeks to regain the power of magic by returning the sacred tree to the land. I suppose there's not much power left for the elves if the majority is used to keep 100 floors of Ironcrad in the sky. So say that the energy was reverted back into the original tree form. What happens to Ironcrad? With no power to support it, will it just fall out of the sky? Young knights, humans. The cathedral is the cornerstone of Ironcrad. The keys are a safety measure to bring about a cleansing should the world fall into evil hands. Should the cathedral be opened, this sacred tree's power will release, and Ironcrad will crumble and fall. All will disappear, the sacred tree will take root in the land, and a new life and prosperity will arise. Or so this is what the maiden who slumbers along the sacred tree foretells. So none who live in Ironcrad now will survive. I had a look down from inside Ironcrad once, and I couldn't see the ground, just clouds. I guess creatures who can fly might survive.
Yeah.
Winged dragons can fly, yes, but they wouldn't last long without a prey to feed on. In Caliso's desire to reclaim our magic really so futile? Is the king unaware of all this? Or did he willingly take the poison because Nilza is his son? It is the king of Caliso and the elven allied forces who trapped Nilza within the wasteland. He suffered through the War of the Nine Kingdoms too. He must know the truth about the cathedral. But even so, I believe there is something he wishes to get back from the past, which spurred his desire to open the cathedral. According to a rumor I heard, the sacred tree's fruit can grant immortality or even revive the dead. Maybe the king wanted to bring Kelith Illith. I still can't pronounce that name very well. Back to life. My late sister would not want that. She was a proud woman who lamented and suffered, all just to stop her wicked son. If that's the case, we need to cure the king and dissuade him from opening the cathedral. I shall do it. Are you going back to Caliso Palace? Even with the freed prisoners and Cal's soldiers, to go against the king is crazy. My subordinates will stay captive here. That way, the Chancellor has no reason to harm their families who are being kept hostage. They will be safe, I swear it. We have no reason to harm those who do not wish to fight. You have my thanks. How do you plan to meet the king? I still have many spies, after all. Espionage is something we still excel at compared to the Fallen. I swear I will take back our king before their all-out assault begins. This is one long text, my god. Like, holy. Very well, I will put my faith in you. Lyusulan Knight, brave humans,
When this is all over, we can... never mind. We can speak at leisure when the time arrives. Farewell for now. The Forest Elves King will be okay, right? Yes, if Gwendolyn succeeds, we must plan for every eventuality. If Calso and the Fallen Elf armies attack Moongleam Castle, we will fight them to the death. I apologize. I have been speaking for far too long. Yes, you have. I would like to end the episode. It's time to end the episode, so all of you need to shut up, alright? Alright. You have been synthesized can't speak. Synthesizing the antidote without any sleep. Please, rest if you are tired. Thank you for your concern, Kismel. I am fine. Storm, there's something I would like to request of you. It may be a dangerous mission, so do not hesitate to restock your equipment at a human camp before undertaking it. The castle is busy with preparations, so I doubt it will be easy to rest here. Now, what is the mission? I will tell you later. Her Majesty has preparations of her own, so please allow me to guide you outside. I wish we could offer you lodging, but I am afraid of our own preparations. With our own preparations, we could only offer the stables as a place to rest. I'd be fine with that, but not being able to stock up is a pain. Do you know what Her Majesty's mission is, Kismo? No, even I have not been briefed. I can only hazard a guess, but it'd be best to hear it from her. Come to the castle when you are ready. That was a lot. That was a lot. Well, I gotta end the episode. Man, how long was that, like, whole conversation? That must have been like 15 minutes. That was insane. Well, I guess I'll end the episode. So I do hope you did enjoy. So y'all, if you did, please subscribe. It helps out a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you want to see me play another game, please comment down below what game that is. And with that, have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!